So in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to create this beautiful map under the layout view of ArcGIS and export it as an image just like this one. Welcome to GeoCarto, a channel dedicated to GIS, cartography and geoscience. So subscribe if you want to get more tutorials. So before starting, I will go ahead and set the coordinate system of my workflow. In order to do this, go to Layer, right click on it and go to Properties, click on Coordinate System, and then I will put WGS 1984. Click on Apply and then OK. We will go ahead and add our data. In my case, I will add the rainfall data of Switzerland during the year 2021. In order to do this, go ahead and click on Add Data button and then navigate to your work folder. Click on your zip file and then click on Add. As you can see, this is the rainfall map of Switzerland for the year 2021. If you want to get this data, please watch my video on how to download the rainfall data of any location for free. So I will go ahead and change the color of my map. In order to do this, go and click here and I will, for example, choose this color. I will invert the colors and I will click on OK. So now we will go ahead and try to create a new layout for my map. In order to do this, click on this small button, layout view, and you will get this window. We will go ahead and, for example, change the print setup. So we will go ahead and click landscape and then OK. So I will go ahead and change the shape of my area. So here we go. I will go ahead and zoom into my area of interest. Now I will go ahead and add for example the north arrow in order to indicate the north, and then graphic scale, and finally the legend. So in order to do this, we will go ahead and click on insert and we will go ahead and click on north arrow. We will use, for example, this one, and we will click on OK. So here we go. Now we will go ahead and add a graphic scale. Go again to insert and then click on scale bar. We'll use, for example, this one. Click on OK. So I want, for example, to use kilometers instead of miles. So in order to do this, right click on your scale and then go to properties, and from here you can change a bunch of stuff. For example, here for the division unit, we'll go ahead and use kilometers, and here we'll put the label after bar, and here I will put km. For the number of marks, I will let it to default. For the format, I will put a black color inside of my scale bar. For the frame, you can, for example, change the background, but I will just let it to default. Click on apply and then OK. So here we go. You can resize your scale, for example, here, and we will put it here. I will go ahead now and add the coordinates to my map. In order to do this, click on your map, go to properties and then click on grid, and we will create a new grid. Click on measured grid, then next, and finish. Then click on apply, and as you can see, we got our coordinates, but we will change these coordinates. So in order to do this, go to properties, and for axes, we will let only the top and left. We will uncheck right and bottom. The same thing for labels, we will uncheck right and bottom. And there we can change, for example, the size of those coordinate numbers. And in additional properties, we will remove the decimals after our coordinates. So in order to do this, click on number format and put here 0. Click on OK. OK. So for the lines, we will delete those lines inside of our map. So we'll check do not show lines or text. For the system, we will let it to default, and for the interval, I think that my intervals are perfect, so I will not change them. I will click on apply and then OK. So I will click on apply and then finally OK. So there we go. As you can see, we got our coordinates. Now we will go ahead and add our legend. So in order to do this, go again to insert and then click on legend. We have only one legend, it's for our precipitation. So I will click on next, This is the title of my legend. I will let it to legend, and then I will click on next. For the background, for those other legend frame parameters, I will let them to default, and I will click on next. Next again, and then finish. So I go now. I added my legend, as you can see here. Remove this title of my image by right clicking on my legend. Go to properties. So go to items and right click on your layer. Go to properties, and check this show layer name, and then we'll click on OK, and then apply, and then OK. So here we go. We got our legend, or resize it. So we'll now add a title for our map. So go to insert and then click on title, and here we'll put the title of our map. So type your title here and then click on OK. You can play with it. So now I will go ahead and add a base map in order to make my map looks more aesthetic. So in order to add a base map in ArcGIS, go to this small button next to add data, and then click on add base map. So I will go ahead and click on this one, then I will click on add. So here we go. As you can see, I added my base map. In order to remove this text, go to insert, dynamic text, go to service layer credit, and remove it. I will decrease the transparency of my base map in order to make my rainfall map more visible. So go to your base map, right click on it, go to properties, and under display go to transparency, and I will go ahead and put 40%. Click on apply. So after adding my base map, I want now to make my elements more visible. In order to do this, I will go to the legend, for example, click on properties, go to frame, and in background I will click on this button and I will click on white, apply, and then OK. I will do the same thing for my scale bar. Right click on it, go to properties, and here under frame, go to background, click on this button, click on white, click apply, and then OK. Same thing for my north arrow, go to properties, and under frame, go to background, click on this button, and then click on white, apply, and then OK. So for my title, I will right click on it, go to properties, and I will click on change symbol. I will increase the size of my title, click on OK, apply, and then OK. So here we go. This is the final result. If you want to export this image as an image, go to file and then click on export map, and here you can choose where you want to save your image. You can change the title. You can here specify the type of your image. So I always set it to PNG, and for the resolution, go always with 300. So here we go. This is the final result that we have just exported. So I hope that you got some value from this tutorial. If it's the case, please like it and subscribe if you want to get more of tutorials.